The number 6 could very well have a different meaning after tomorrow. Right, what's going on there, everyone? Welcome back to James Redmond TV. And no, I'm not talking out of my backside. Yes, obviously the number 6 will always be near and dear to my heart until we win number 7. But if we lose to Fulham tomorrow, you know what that means. We already know we're on 5 defeats currently. If we lose against Fulham, that'll be 6 defeats at home. And even though a lot of that opposition's been difficult, like Man City, Everton, Chelsea, there's also other teams where we should have beat, like Burnley, Brighton, and also we should be winning this game against Fulham. Now, this is a very interesting game for many different reasons. As a Liverpool fan, I'm very nervous because it seems that Liverpool are in a stage right now where no matter who we play, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of our style of play is neutralised by everyone else, and that's purely based on the fact teams come with confidence. And this is where mentality comes into football. You can control the game as much as you want, but if you haven't got that confidence and you therefore don't display that confidence, you're actually injecting confidence into other sides. I know it sounds like I'm waffling, but it's a very big thing. It's even like in fighting. It's like in MMA. It's like if you win a fight, if you have a fight against someone you know you've got the technique and the capabilities to win against. Say if they're a boxer or a kickboxer, but you're a sound kickboxer, but you've also got very good jiu-jitsu, you've also got a very good level of wrestling, and you're coming up against this opponent, you're going to feel confidence. And the reason why is because you know you've got the weapons to utilise within that fight that you can beat him. That being said, say if he knocks you out in the first round. Shit. I was winning 4 minutes of the 5 in that first round. And next thing you know, I just got an uppercut to the chin. Say if you book a second fight with that same person because you know you're better than him. It doesn't mean you're going to beat him again. You might control him. You might be able to take him down for 4 minutes of the 5 minutes. But if he just lands that one shot, then it's game over. And that seems to be what teams are doing to Liverpool right now. We can still have possession. We can still have spells of play. We lost to Everton with 70% possession. So it's not that we can't control the ball. Chelsea did much better, and credit to the manager Thomas Tuchel for being able to come to Anfield and actually having displays on the ball. But I believe even still we might have had more possession. Don't get me wrong, I'd have to check that. But possession doesn't win you football matches. It's about that killer instinct, and that's what Liverpool don't seem to have. And Fulham could very much have when it comes to this game of football. Now, the first question I want to ask before we get into the lineups, before we get into the score prediction, I want to offer what do Fulham have in terms of their biggest strengths that can cause Liverpool problems. Well, like I said, in the format we're in pretty much anything, but to pinpoint a few things, the midfield worries me. The reason why that midfield of a Loftus-Cheek, of an Anguissa, obviously, there's a few other players in there as well, but I mentioned them two solely because Loftus-Cheek on loan there from Everton, Premier League proven player. He's got the ability, but them two together, it seems like they just offer a different type of offensive front when it comes to Fulham, and also having a Loftus-Cheek. And I've already said on this channel, I'm a big fan of Anguissa. I'm a massive fan of Anguissa, but I'm also a big fan of Loftus-Cheek, and he's going to be able to find a lot of control in this game for Fulham, as he has done for the majority of this season. And I think that's fair enough to say if you're a Fulham fan or whatnot. When he's not in the team, it's a big miss, and this will be a big game for him. So they're two players I'm looking out for, and if they are to play, they're going to be problems for our midfield and defence. Another area where I'm worried is Lookman. Now listen, the only reason why we beat Sheffield 2-0 and we never drew 2-2 is because they never brought Ryan Brewster onto the pitch. If that happened, it was written in the stars. You already know it, people. You already know Ryan Brewster to score against Liverpool was going to happen. It didn't happen when we beat them 2-1 earlier on. You knew it was going to happen in this game. That only didn't because he never came on the pitch pretty much. Ademola Lookman is due to get goals in this game, at least one in the 90th minute, and it's going to be due to execution. It's going to be that one chance that they need, and the chance that they're most likely going to get, because teams get chances when defences are weak, and when you're not playing defences that aren't used to each other, bear in mind there's more injury news today, it's not just as easy as go out defend at a Premier League level. It's not just as easy as that, especially when a lot of these are Championship players. So I wanted to go and say what I'm worried about when it comes to Fulham, because I feel like that's always a good thing to do when it comes to these previews. Even though they're 17th, Fulham still very much have capabilities to hurt Liverpool in this game, and they even shown that when they drew against us last time, 1-1, which was actually, when you really think about it, the first game where that was like where we started going on the other side of the hill and was in decline. It's mad. But lineup, we might as well get into that. We might as well talk about the lineup. I've got it right there. This is the way. So I've split it into two once again, because I feel like I always need to clarify what's my lineup and what is the lineup Klopp will do type of thing. By the way, Burnley have just scored, which is mad. It's Burnley 1, Arsenal 1 as I speak. That being said, the lineup I would go with: Alisson in goal, Robertson left back. Now, if you don't know the news, Kabak's out for this game, so he's not going to be available for centre-back, most likely. So, Alisson in goal, Robbo left back, Nat Phillips, who's rumoured to be back for this game, and Ben Davies. I think it's about time we see Ben Davies, people. I feel like if he's not going to be ready now, then when is he going to be ready? If he's back fit now, then you need to get him in that team. And I already can hear, what about Fabinho? Like I said, this is my lineup, and I'm leading to that. So the centre-back partnership for me is Phillips and Ben Davies. That's for me. Right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then this is the midfield. This is where it gets a little bit interesting for me anyway. And again, feel free to disagree in the comments down below. That's fine. But I'd love Fabinho to get back into that midfield. More specifically, the number 6. If you're asking me, and then the people that I put him in the midfield with, and this is where I know I'm going to get quite a few complaints with the options I'm about to go with the fact they're not too familiar with each other. But the thing is, people, we're not getting results with the players that we're using at the moment. So it's time for change, and it's time to change it up. No one's position is guaranteed in this team, hence why I'm going with a midfield 3 of Fabinho, Curtis Jones, and Naby Keita. Curtis Jones, because he's undroppable. He's probably going to get taken off after 65 to 70 minutes anyway. So get him on the pitch, get him started, no doubt. Give Gini a rest, give Thiago a rest that I feel like he needs. He hasn't been great, he hasn't been living up to the expectations we had hoped he would have the influence on the team when he came back from injury. So give him a rest, and let's just see what Naby Keita can do. Naby Keita's been back for a few weeks now. He had a good cameo when he came on against Sheffield. Give him a chance. Why not? Don't fix what's not broken. Everything's broken. I say it a gazillion times if you watch my videos on a consistent basis. You know that's my saying. That's why I'm saying to you, or I'm offering to you, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, and Naby Keita in that midfield, instead of the regular Gini, Thiago, and whoever else, because, mate, it's stale. It's stale. The only one who can stay in that midfield is Curtis for me. But again, I'm going to talk about Klopp's team in a minute. And then my front 3, and listen, you might be shocked by this, it might even be in the title. I'm going with Jota, Firmino, and Salah. I'm dropping Mane. Over the past 2 games, if anyone has the 2 games Mane has had, clearly the head isn't in the right place. Therefore, I feel like you need to remove him from that equation. I'm not Mane. I'm not a professional footballer. I'm only giving my outsider looking in point of view, and that's what I feel is the best type of solution when it comes to Sadio Mane. Some would suggest put him on the right. I suggested that last week, but I don't feel like even when he got changed onto the right-hand side against Chelsea, it didn't make a difference. It's simply the man is shot of all confidence. Let's get someone who was firing in goals in Diogo Jota beforehand, instead of giving him 20-minute cameos and 30-minute cameos to where, say if he doesn't score, it could take away his confidence. Get him started. Jota is someone who is explosive, and he's someone who can give Liverpool a quick start, which is something we have not had for a long, long time. It takes us a while to build into the game, and even the chances we do get, we don't take. We need someone who's going to definitely take their chances, hence why I'm dropping Mane. I love Mane. I don't need to clarify it, really. I'm just going based off form. I love Liverpool before anything, and I want my team to win this game. That's why I'm saying Diogo Jota. Then, what will Klopp do is probably what you're wondering, or at least what do I think Klopp will do. So, just to sum up my lineup once more: Alisson, Robbo, Nat Phillips, Ben Davies, Trent Alexander-Arnold, midfield 3 of Fabinho, Keita and Jones, and then front 3 of Jota, Firmino and Salah. What I think Klopp will do: Alisson in goal, Robbo, same back 5, midfield 3, Fabinho, Thiago and Curtis Jones, I still feel like he will give Gini a rest in this game. I don't know why, but I just feel like with the congested fixtures, with the fact we've got Leipzig on Wednesday, and even though we're 2-0 up, I feel like we're going to take that game seriously. Hence why I can see him dropping a couple of players. And then the front three, Mane, Firmino and Salah. Same front three. I feel like he's still going to feel the need to really get them 3 points. Hence why in his head, he's going to go with his best front three. Which at the moment, like I've said, I don't think is Klopp's best front three. But, yeah. Score prediction. I feel like that's always the best way to conclude these shows. And it's becoming even harder and harder to predict these games. Just with the fact you don't know what Liverpool's going to turn up. And the sad thing is, if you were to make a guess, you're more likely to bet on Liverpool turning up in bad form when it comes to this game. Because they've shown nothing over recent weeks to say otherwise. We know what they can do, but it's whether they will do it. And they haven't been doing it. There's even moments against West Ham and moments against Tottenham where it still weren't vintage Liverpool, even though we got the 3 points. I'm going to say 1-1. And I've gone from predicting a win every game to predicting a draw every game. And if we lose this one, I'm not predicting any more points to come out of Liverpool's arse for the rest of this campaign, sorry. It's one of them things where it's an only win. But how many only wins have we had this season and we didn't win them? So I don't know how this game's going to go. I'm very interested to hear what you've got to say. Before I wrap up this video, just thank you so much for all the support on the channel. I know it's a bit of a sappy sop thing to say, but I just want you to know that I appreciate it. I think we've got like 300 subs over the past few days, and that's why I'm putting the content out every single day that I am. I'm trying to get multiple videos because I have messages and comments saying, James, I love the content that you're putting out, and I love the fact that, you know, it allows me to escape my day for however long that video may be. Hence why I'm doing as much as I can. I really hope you're enjoying them. I hope you enjoyed this preview. Let me know your score predictions and lineup predictions. Smash a like, subscribe, become a member of the Redmond Army, and I will see you all later, people. Have a good one.